Hello students, our fourth unit is jet propulsion. What is meant by jet propulsion? This jet propulsion can be attained by jet engines. Now this jet engines differ from the reciprocating engines. Jet engines is constructed by the basic principle of third law of Newton's. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. This is called third law of Newton. Now from this third law, the jet of gas is coming out from the combustion chamber, gives thrust. This thrust means a force. It is a propulsive power, right? Now this thrust is obtained from the combustion chamber, and this jet of gas is leaving from the nozzle. Then it leaves through the nozzle, then it gives a jet. Then that force is going to propel the rocket. This is the principle of jet propulsion, right? Now there is a classification of jet propulsion. Basically jet engines is divided into two types: air breathing engine and next is rocket engines. Now the air breathing engine is called because this is if the surrounding air is sucked from the diffuser. First of all, we are having one diffuser. It is a subsonic diffuser. Then next is we are having compressor and combustion chamber. And next is classification of jet propulsion. It is divided into two types: air breathing engines and next is rocket engines. This rocket engines is also called as non-air breathing engines because this rocket should contain an oxidizer tank and the fuel tank. But whereas in jet engines it is having only fuel tank, but the air is sucked from the surrounding and it is given to the diffuser. So we are calling it as air breathing engines because this jet engines flights can fly within the surrounding of air, within the surrounding of atmosphere. When it is leaving the atmosphere, we have to give extra supply of air. So it is called as air breathing engines, right? This is the types of air breathing engines. First type is ramjet engine. Ramjet engine. Here this is the drawing for ramjet engine. First we are having on a subsonic diffuser. Subsonic diffuser is the first stage of this ramjet engine, right? Now the air is getting entered into the subsonic diffuser. Then the forced air from the surrounding or from in front of the engine is getting air is getting into the subsonic diffuser, and it is lifted and it is given to the combustor, or it is called combustion chamber. When we are giving fuel, then what happens? It gives combustion. Then the jet of gas is produced. Then it is given to the nozzle. This jet of gas is produced and it is given to the nozzle. Then what happens? That jet of gas will produce thrust and it is going to give force to the jet or flight, this total body, to move in forward direction. To move in forward direction gives some thrust. This is the principle of working. Then next is, it is on animation picture I gave in my background. This is the picture for pulse jet engine. Simple. This is a principle of working we have. It is a pulse jet engine. The air is sucked from the surrounding and it is getting entered into the combustion chamber. It has valves. This valves is retained by a retained spring. It has the valves. It is retained by retained spring. Then the valve is left open always. Okay. Now the air is coming into the combustion chamber through the valve. Then once the fuel is given, then what happens? It's giving some fire. Then in this combustion takes place means then this valve gets locked. It gives a closed chamber. Next is it gives smoke or a flue gas. No, now this flue gas is exhausted by means of an exhaust nozzle. Then at the time here pressure is reduced. Now the pressure is reduced means then what happens? This valve is kept open. Then another cycle of air is going to enter into the combustion chamber. Then the cycle is repeated. This is the principle of working of pulse jet engine, right? Now this is the three stages of pulse jet engine I have explained already. For your understanding, I gave this picture here. This is the three steps of pulse jet engine. The next is one important principle of working. This is a main engine for the jet planes. This is turbojet engine. This turbojet engine is used majorly here. The principle of working is, first is we are having compressor. Then this air from the surrounding is entered into the combustion chamber through the compressor. Right now, fuel is given to this combustion chamber. It gives fire. Right. Then the jet of gas is produced. That jet of gas is given to the turbine. Then from the turbine, the flue gas is exhausted out and it is given to the jet pipe, or it may be a nozzle. Right, this is the principle of working. Okay, so now we will recall this picture. First step is we have one diffuser, second is we have compressor, third is combustion chamber, then next is turbine, then next is nozzle. These are the parts and these are the flow process of this turbojet engines. See, in this picture we are having the compressor. This compressor is driven by the turbine itself. This is the principle of working of turbojet engines. Right, this is a 3D picture of turbojet engines. First we are having on fan, and next is called compressor and combustion chamber. See this picture, 3D picture, it is similar to this 2D. Then next is we have the pictures which is depicting the jet engines. There is a practical applications of jet engines. Right, next is this turbojet engines. In turbojet engine, it is further divided into three types. Simply, this is turbojet engine. Next is, it is a turbo fan engine, and next is turboprop engine. Prop means propeller. Now, it is a turbo fan. It means we have one extra part or component. It is fan. Now, that fan gives cooling to the surrounding of engine, and within the diameter of a fan it gives suction to the subsonic diffuser. Whereas in the turboprop engine, it has one propeller. We are going to give one propeller. There is a part in front of the subsonic diffuser. It gives extra air to the subsonic diffuser. This is the principle of working of this turboprop and turbofan and turbojet engine. So in final, basically this jet engine is divided into 5 types. First is ramjet engine, second is pulse jet engine, third is turbojet engine, fourth is turboprop engine, fifth is turbofan engine. These are the 5 major types of jet engines. Okay.